Hello guys and welcome back to another tutorial. In today's tutorial I'll be talking about events, but more specifically general events which you can find in basically every object. So we'll take the part as an example. I'll add a script, and then in this script I'll say local part equals script.parent, and let's start with the first event, which is probably the touched event. Now this event is the most important, and to use events, you basically use :connect, and then if you have a function, then you can just put it here, but I don't, so I'll just say function, and these right here are parameters, so it says what you need to put. So I'll just say hit because that's what I commonly use, and now I'll say print hit.name. You can use these for much more important things, but I'll just simplify it and use this. So now if I press play, you can see that it printed the base plate because it's on the ground. So now if I touch it, you can see that it's printing basically every part of me. Yeah, so that's basically how touched works. But if you want to check if it's a player touching it, then you can say if hit.parent. You basically do this, and now it will check. So for example, the first thing that touches this part will be the base plate. So it basically checks if in its parent it finds a humanoid, but in workspace there's no humanoid, so it won't find the humanoids. But for example, if I touch it, so if you look inside my character model, every part that can touch it is a child to my model, and in this model you actually can find a humanoid, so it will print my parts, as you can see. Okay, let me just anchor this first. So that's basically the touched event. If you also want an example for what you can use it, in my game 1 Week at Robs, which you should definitely play, I use part.touch. So I use the part right here that determines whether you are inside or outside. So as you can hear, the events are quieter inside and louder outside. So here. Okay, so that was the touched event. So let's do another event. TouchEnded. So this is basically the brother to touched, and it has the same parameters. So I'll say print hit.name. Okay, so this basically fires when the part stops touching another part. So it won't fire for base plate because as you can see, it's touching the base plate. But if I just slightly clip my leg inside of it, yeah, kind of like this, and now I jump, for example, as you can see, it prints my right foot, my right leg. So yeah, that's basically how TouchEnded works. This is a bit unreliable for players because they have animations and they always stop moving or stop touching, sorry. So let's see, the next event is ChildAdded. Okay, so we'll connect function, and it has the parameter of child, so I'll use that. Print child.name. Okay, so of course you can use this however you want. You don't have to just print it, but I'm saying that for simplification. Okay, so as you can see, inside of part on this little arrow you'll find script. So that means script is part's child, so and part is workspace's child, and again workspace is the game's child. So let's hit run, and now let's say that I add the spawn location inside the part. As you can see, it prints spawn location. Now I remove it and add it again it printed. So yeah, that's how ChildAdded works. Next we have changed. Yes, now I guess you can use this for multiple. No, let's at least spell it right, and I'll say print property dot name, or it's already a string, sorry. Yes, so now I'll press run again, and if I open the part, you can see in here the properties tab that I have a lot of properties which I can change. So I'll just untick some of these, like cast shadow. I'll untick it, and you can see in the output it says cast shadow. Let's say can't touch. I'll disable this one, and it says right here. I'll set it as maskless, and you can see this, yes. And yeah, that's basically how changed works. So let's move on to the next event. Sorry, not that. Okay, next event is AncestryChanged. Okay, so I'll say connect child and parent are the parameters for this one. So I'll say print parent, oh no, parent dot name. So as you can see, the ancestry of workspace are all of these. So the ancestry of part is workspace and game. So now I'll just make two folders. I'll name this one folder 2 and put the part in folder 1. So now parts ancestry is folder workspace game. So if I run, and now let's say I move the part in folder 2, you can see that it prints folder 2. If I move it to base plate, it prints base plate, and yeah, that's basically how that works. And so the next event is AttributeChanged, and the parameters for this one are attributes. I'll just say attr. So we'll print the attribute, which already is a string. So basically attributes, if you go all the way down, you can add one. I'll just say, I don't know, name, even though that exists already, and I'll set it as a boolean. Why not? And you can see I can check, uncheck. So now if I run, I go here all the way down, and I'll just tick this one. You can see that it changes or it prints name. So I can keep doing this however much I want, but that's basically the event. Okay, let's see. Next one is destroying. Now I'm not really sure how this works, but I'll just say connect function. Hold on. Yeah. So I'll just print part was destroyed. Now it says that it's supposed to be fired like so through the destroy function. So I think it will fire or not. Yeah, I'm not really sure how it works. Maybe add a wait. Wait 1 second. So this, I don't know. Yeah, it was destroyed. Yeah, it didn't fire. I'm not sure how you're supposed to do this one. If you guys know, then tell me in the comments. I really don't know how to do this one. So next one is child removed, which is basically the same as child added, but it's removed. I'm not going to talk about that one. Descendant added. Alright, so let's do this one then. We'll say des. Okay, print this one dot name. Okay, so if you look inside the folder, then its descendants are part and script. So I'll add something else to the part. I'll add another folder. Why not? And I'll name this one thing. I don't know. I don't have any names in mind. So now folder descendants are part, thing, and script. And if I add something in this one, so say for example another part, I'll just put it over there. We don't need any. Okay. So now parts descendants are thing, part, and script. So now if I run, I go here into the part, and let's say I just add something. I'll add the folder to it. You can see that it says folder. So you can add basically anything. You can also take this out and put it back in again. But yeah, that's basically descendant added, and descendant removing is the same thing, but when you remove a descendant. So I'm not going to talk about that one. Child removed, I already said it. outfit change now. This is a deprecated event, so it doesn't work anymore. Descendant removing, it's basically the same as descendant heading. Local simulation touched is again, it's a deprecated event, and that's all of them. So yeah, that's basically the tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.